sister was dating Jake. So I'd known Jake since I was 15, 16 years old. So we started off as friends.
Right.
So
when did the first kiss take place?
Oh, I don't even remember. Oh, in London sometime. I was performing there, and he rang me up at the theater.
Did he?
Yeah, and said, "Oh, do you remember me?" And I thought, "Oh my God, yeah." So, I mean...
And did you fall in love there and then, having been friends? Was it when he came to see you in the theatre that you realised there was something more than friendship?
No, it took a while. It took a while because I was living in Los Angeles. Had a career and all of that, and he was, of course, living in London, had this television career and all of that. But we did get together, and I mean, I've got two of the most gorgeous children, and we remain friends.
What damaged the relationship? What were the elements that cracked that relationship? Was it?
I just think that when you have your husband as a manager, I think that's what did it.
Your first wedding to Jake, was that a formal wedding?
Sort of. It was more a rock and roll wedding.
What was it like? Take us back there.
Well, it was a rock and roll wedding,
Mickey Mouse and all that crowd there.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was there, and it was sort of appropriate for the time.
So it was fun?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Wild?
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me something.
No,
I can see that.
No.
I know the wedding you want to talk about more is the one with Colin. Tell me about that. Take us through the day.
It was my fairy tale. We got married in a castle. We got married at Highclere Castle. And we were one of the first couples, I think, that were able to do that because, as you know, in England, there were times that you only had to be married in a religious place like a synagogue or a church or anything like that, or in a registry office. And then all of a sudden it was stately homes that you could be married in, and castles, but you had to be married in the right room. Yes. We found this incredible castle. And I said, that's what I want to do, because I have really, 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 I know this sounds corny and, a bit, but it's true. I found my knight. So I wanted I think every little girl wants to feel like a princess for that one day in their life. And we found this incredible castle, and then my best girlfriends, we had to do it from coast to coast because I was here, so I was entrusting a lot to my girlfriends, and they were incredible. And then when I went over, we went to we had to do everything that you normally do. We went to the caterers, and we made sure the flowers, and we got the photographer. And then all of my sister couldn't be there because she was working, but she sent me a beautiful, beautiful gift and all of that. And my father was there, my brother was there, all of Colin's family was there, and it was just, we could have been married in America, but most of his family was there.
I'm wondering whether you're making the same mistake again, because you said the problem with Jake and the marriage was that you were too close, so he was your manager. Now your new husband, Colin Freeman, is your MD.
Yeah.
So doesn't he travel in your suitcase wherever you go?
No, because I travel in his suitcase. Okay?
What's the big difference then?
We don't do the same thing.
Right, but you do travel a lot together. Is he your constant companion?
He's the half that makes me whole.
Ah.
He is, he's everything. He's my soulmate. I now know when people talk about love songs and all of that, and I now I get it. I do. But he's incredibly protective of me. He's incredibly shy. Does not want to be in front of a camera. Does not want, I mean, if you find my husband walking down a red carpet, someone shoved him onto it. He doesn't like any of this.
You said now you get it. You understand what love is now. Do you sing love songs any better now since you met Colin?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you're feeling the lyrics more.
Oh, sure.
What's your favourite song, as a matter of interest, of all time? Do you have one?
Don't have a favourite song, but the song that, this is how romantic my husband is. I'm so glad he's not here, because he would shove me off this balcony for telling all of this. Push me right over. I'd wind up right on third. when we were dating, when we were going out, Elton John and Bernie Taupin had a huge #1 record in England and Europe and America called The One. And on Colin and our first anniversary, we weren't married, he called Bernie Taupin and he asked him to write out the lyrics, and he framed them. And
Wow.
and gave them to me.
Wow.
That's cool. Bernie
In
Taupin
Bernie's
just started
handwriting.
laughing.
Isn't that
Bernie
great?
said, "You want me to do what?" Okay. He laughed. He thought it was funny. And then the other thing he did is he bought me a star.
Wow. This man loves you.
No, he does.
Tell me when you first met him, that moment, the very first moment you saw him.
Oh, God.
Were you still with Jake at the time?
No, we were separated. And I was going to Ireland to sing because I was going to go do a tour. And I was going to Ireland from London, and I was on the airplane with my best friend, who I said, "Come along with me to Ireland. I've got to sing on this television show." And he came on the plane, and I said, I think that guy's going to play. And I said, "Are you calling?" And he went, "Yeah." And he went right to the back of the plane and fell sound asleep. And that's when we first. But
You
we
really
had
impressed
met.
him then, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he was really impressed by me. But we had met before on a couple of charity dates and things like that we had met, but we didn't really know each other.
So he was an arranger, a music arranger, a musician.
And conductor, yeah.
And a conductor.
And keyboard pianist.
Yes. When did you decide to write the book?
Oh, gosh.
Which is titled?
Me and My Shadows. I guess it's been almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the book.
Was it just you, yourself, me, who decided to write it, or did somebody influence you to do it?
Everybody wanted me to write a book, but they wanted me to write a book about other people in my family.
Right.
About my mom, about my sister, about all this, and I said I wouldn't do that. What I would do is write a book about myself. But when you say that, you have to be honest, and I was. And it was painful, and it was joyous, and it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because you have to go back and relive all of that.
Yeah.
Because I did it, meaning that I didn't like shove it off into someone and said, "Oh, put my name on it."
Yeah.
Because I knew, and I had to think of my children.
Because they'll read it, of course, and yeah. It was the stuff that you wrote and thought, "No, I'm not putting that in," and you actually edited stuff out before you actually published. Yeah.
I didn't edit stuff out, but my editor, who was genius, taught me how to say things without saying things. My father did not want me to write the book for one reason and one reason only, and that was he wanted to write his. And he literally said to me, "I can't believe you're going to beat me to the punch."
Did he say that angrily or just as a joke?
No,
He was
wasn't a
deadly
joke.
serious.
He was serious.
And did that create a rift in your relationship?
I said, "Write your own."
Let's find out the truth about the world would believe you have a rift with Liza. In your biography, there's 4 pages there, and I don't see her mentioned once.
When you give a biography, the reason you want to give a biography is to be quite frank, is to get a job.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, all really biographies do is name what you've done. Okay? It's really, here she did this, she sang this, she did this, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Okay? In my book,
Yes.
I talk about my brother and my sister
Quite a lot.
Yeah, so I mean...
So tell me, are you buddies?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah? Do you see each other?
Well, I don't see my sister as much.
You didn't go to a wedding, you had a gig, did you?
I had to